Inmates from conducting news media interviews. Kennedy Buck joins us now to explain the reason they're fighting this and the renewed pressure to make a change. Kennedy.
Mel, Alyssa, the ACLU of South Carolina says the policy banning media interviews with inmates goes against those who are incarcerated's First Amendment rights. Representatives with ACLU say the public deserves to hear directly from people in prison. They want inmates' voices to be heard beyond prison walls. But according to the SCDC, the policy is in place due to safety concerns. In a statement, the Department of Corrections describes how interviews can attract media attention, which could impact the security of the institution. However, ACLU officials say this is simply speculation. I spoke with one of the union's legal directors, and he tells me whether a person is in prison or not, their rights as a citizen should not be taken away.
Arrest and incarcerate somebody in the state, they retain their constitutional rights behind bars, and they have insight into what the state is doing to people outside of the view of the public. And so the public has no way of knowing what's happening ostensibly in its name behind bars without providing inmates, prisoners, the right to speak to the press and communicate with the public.
I looked into other states' policies regarding media interviews, and according to Reporters Committee, states like West Virginia require approval before an interview is granted, and the inmate has to agree. Other states like Iowa and Kansas ban face-to-face interviews unless approved by the department director. Now, the cases for several death row inmates are pending before the South Carolina Supreme Court. Coming up, why the ACLU says now is the time to allow inmates' voices to be heard, with executions up for debate. Working for you, Kennedy Buck, News 4.